Beloved friends, welcome to PMC English. We are traveling in the path of Dhammapada and understanding the philosophy of Buddha and his Dhamma. In the whole life of human history, Buddha had shown a new way and new path for the life empowerment and also to realize the ultimate truth, to attain the enlightenment. And also, he had given a new approach to the life. What is the purpose of life and what is the goal of life? If we see everybody born on this earth with some purpose, with some goal. When a child is born on this earth, they don't know what they are. But when they are growing and in the growing stage, slowly they will recognize the purpose of life and also the goal of their life. Most of the people in the world are leading their life without any purpose and also goals. Just they are going on from birth to the graveyard. They will awaken in the morning and do their regular duties and take food and involve in the sensual pleasures and in the worldly pleasures, and they will lead a very sedentary lifestyle, and in the night they will go into a unconscious sleep without any awareness and without any consciousness. This is the whole life of a man who is leading his life in a very unconscious way. Only some people, that is 10% people, will understand the life and they give the importance to life and understand the life purpose, and they go according to that to achieve the goal of their life. Everybody is unique and everybody is extraordinary and proactive, and they have the inborn and instinct qualities that can be creative. They can create something and be innovative, and also they can invent new things in this life. Everybody had that potentiality and that uniqueness, but they don't identify it. Just they lead their lives in a very robotic way and also in a very sedentary way. That is the reason why in the world there are millions of people when we see in the population, but how many people are understanding the life and also identifying their uniqueness? When we see in this regards, we can see only 10% of people in the whole world. Then what about this 90%? They are just living like animals, and also they are creating a violence in the society on the name of caste, creed, greed, and all that is nonsense, which is creating a very horrible conditions in the society. Man was born just as a seed. The seed does not know that one day it will become a vast tree and it will branch out in a various branches and it will give fruits and flowers, and also it will give shade to the other beings, other creatures and birds, and also for the human beings. But the seed had that potentiality. But when the seed is sown in a fertile land, it will grow and branch out with so much of potentiality and give fruits in future. But some seeds will fall on the rock, and some will fall in the water, and some will fall in the ocean, and also some seeds, very rare seeds, will fall in the fertile land. Such type of seeds will grow and branch out in this world. So, those seeds are and those trees are useful for themselves even when they are alive or even after their death. They will be useful to themselves and also for the others. Man is also just like a seed. He is born, and when he take birth in this world, he is just a seed. He had that intrinsic qualities, that uniqueness and talents and skills in the inner, but he should find an opportunity to expand the qualities, intrinsic qualities within himself. But our society, our religion, our priest, and so called politicians, and this police, and all other religious people, they are not giving opportunity to grow and branch out well in the society. But by facing all the odd conditions and irrelevant of situations and circumstances, some are growing up to full extent. In that category, we'll see the scientists, the philosophers, the wise people, and also enlightened masters, and the reformers, revolutionaries, and so on. By facing all the odd conditions and circumstances and situations in the life, they are growing. Then what about this 90% people? They are just influenced by the society, and also they are just flowing according to the societal conditions and also the unnecessary things in the life. They are just creating a barriers and creating hurdles by their own self in their developmental process. So when we see the tree, the branches will grow up to the sky and the roots are in the ground when we see the ordinary tree. But coming to a man, the roots are in the sky. The human life is a upside down tree. The roots are in the sky and the branches, flowers, leaves and fruits will face towards the earth. So, if the inner consciousness raises, if the man energy levels raises to the higher consciousness, he will witness the blossoming in his life. That is what we call the enlightenment, the 1,000-petaled lotus. If it blossoms, the man will get enlightened and he is fulfilled with vast knowledge and abundant of energy, and he is filled with wisdom, and also he was connected to the super consciousness. That is the reason why so many monks and mystics are preaching to every individual on this earth that you are born like a seed. You identify yourself as a seed. And when the seed we sow in the fertile land, after some time the seed will die. And when the seed will die, a small plant will arise from that seed. If the seed will die, it will sprout and a small tree will come from that. The death of the seed is the most essential process to grow the tree and branch out to a vast in this world. Likewise, when a man is born like a seed, he had all the potentialities and creativity, intelligence, and also he is filled with abundant of energies and also with consciousness. But it is just like a seed. When he went to a master, when he was in search of a truth, he will search for a living master. Then he will find a fertile land to grow up to full extent. In India, especially, they will give importance to the spirituality. Why? Because the spiritual growth is far more highest growth while comparing to the worldly. A man has two births, one from the mother's womb, that is the first birth, and the second one, the master will give the second birth with the wisdom and knowledge and also with light and wisdom, that is enlightenment. Then he will take a second birth. But most of the people, they end their life with the first birth only. Majority of the people, they don't know that they have the potentiality to take the second birth. That is the reason why most of the people are leaving this earth with empty hands. They are not achieving anything in this world. That is the reason many people are born on this earth, but we can recognize, we can identify, or we can memorize only some people among this. Why? Because they have contributed so much to the society on the name of research, philosophies, revolutions, reforms, and also through their wisdom and knowledge. They have contributed so much. This 90% people are leading their life by depending on this 10% of people. That is the reason why there is no balancing on the earth. There is no balancing in the world. The negativity is more and the positivity is less. So, when a man takes a second birth by understanding the life and understanding the goal of life, he will go in search of the master, he will go in search of the ultimate truth. And that is what we call the spiritual journey, spirituality. The main essence of the spirituality is you have to understand that you have born as a seed. The seed has to die and sprout, and a small plant will come, and slowly it will become and branch out like a vast tree. The seed had that potentialities, but you have to identify that you are a born seed. Then you will go to a fertile land and you will sprout, you will become a small tree and you will become a big tree and you will grow and branch out very well and in a very expansive way in this world. And after that you have fruits, flowers and greenery, so much of beauty, and birds, animals and human beings will rest in your shade. Then the life will become fulfilled. That is, we call the tree of Dharma, Bodhi tree. What is the meaning of Bodhi tree? Bodhi tree is nothing but it is the tree that had given a salvation and liberation to the most of the people in this world. And also it is giving so much of greenery and also so much of beauty to the nature, and it is helping the people to turn the wheel of Dhamma from so many years. That is we call Dharma Chakra Pravartana. For every 2500 years a wise man will come to rotate the wheel of Dhamma and to establish a Dharma on this earth. and guiding the people to travel in the path of enlightenment and also to travel in the path of spirituality and to attain the nirvana and ultimately Mahaparinirvana. This is what all the enlightened masters, enlightened mystics have contributed to the mankind, to the whole humanity in this world. And that is the reason why many people will follow them and some will attain the enlightenment up to full extent and they contribute something by being on this earth. Because of their contribution, nowadays in the present scenario, we are learning so many things in the form of books, audios, scriptures and so on. That is the main reason why so many people go in search of truth and understand the life, and also they will renounce the world. In the life, every human being will surrender to two things in their life. The first one is love and the second one is wisdom. If you surrender to the love, you will lead a very happy and healthy life in this world. If you surrender to the wisdom, you will get liberated and you will get salvation, and also you will come out of all these miseries in your life. Then you will be in a very blissful state. That is we call the enlightenment. So, every meditator and every spiritual person should understand that he had born like a seed. First of all, you understand it. And if you understand that you have born like a seed, then you will try to grown up with the help of a master or a wise person or a spiritualist, and you will try to branch out in this world with all your potentialities, your uniqueness and your creativity. Then you will grow fully when you are alive on this earth. This is what we say complete life empowerment. Science plus spirituality is equal to total life empowerment. In the outer world, you have to adopt the science and technology for the welfare of the people, not for the destruction, for the welfare of the people, welfare of the mankind, and also to develop new techniques, new technology to grow in the society at the fullest, and also you have to grow inner. I mean, you have to become a Buddha in your being. The inner and the outer, and the outer and the inner. If you develop simultaneously in the inner world and also outer world, then you will lead a complete life. And then your life will become a celebration. Then you will understand the essence of life. Then you will understand the essence of spiritualism, and also you will understand the purpose of life and the goal of life. This life from birth to the graveyard, it's just 100 years. But when you go beyond this life, when you go out of this body, you will have a vast life. That is Mahajivan Yatra, the ultimate life. At that time, you don't have body, but you will continue your journey. That is the reason why most of the saints says that life is a continuous journey. This life will stop, but journey will continue. You will go in search of truth. You will go in search of universe, and you will go in search of ultimate wisdom. After enlightenment also, you have the journey. No rest anywhere. You will go on like that. That is the reason why the enlightened masters say the spiritual journey is an infinite journey. There is no end for it. It will go on like that. So what is the main purpose of a human being who had born on this earth and who are traveling in the path of spirituality? Means first of all, they have to realize who they are. I mean the self-realization, and then at the next step they will understand the godliness, and also they will reach the ultimate goal, and they will come out of all the miseries in this life, and they will come out of the samsara chakra, I mean bhava chakra, and also the sanskara chakra. They will come out of this birth and death cycle, and they will enter into the wheel of Dhamma. And this is the main purpose of every human being on this earth. Why? Because everybody born on this earth with some purpose, and everybody born on this earth to attain the godliness, to attain the enlightenment. Why? Because enlightenment is your birthright, and you are here to attain that. Don't go with empty hands, and understand the reality and understand your potentialities. Then you will come to know the real bliss in your life, and you will come to know the real happiness. This is what the Buddhas say, nirvana. And you will come out of all the desires. In this context, the Buddha say it is tanaha. Tanaha means desires. Wherever there are desires, you will go on rotating in the wheel of birth and death circle. So you will come out of all the desires, and all the miseries, and then you will come to know the real being and also the real potentialities in your life. So understand the life, come out of all the clutches which are created by the society, and also the bondages which are created by your parents, society, creed, greed, religion, and so on, and also the bondages you are created by yourself. Come out of all the bondages and fly like a bird in the open sky and reach the ultimate alchemy and the liberation and salvation. And that is the reason why we call the life is a vast journey. The journey between the life and death is a normal life, and after death, without this body, you will travel, and that is called astral journey. And after that, you will enter into the Mahajivan journey, I mean highest soul journey, and after that you will enter into the godliness, and this so on, the life will goes like that. So the meditator should understand that he had born like a seed, and he had that potentiality to grow up to full extent. With all his uniqueness, his individuality, his perceptions, and with skills, creativity, he can grow. But you have to find a living master to help you to grow up to full extent. So, understand the reality and understand your potentialities and creativity and grow up to full extent. This is the purpose of life, and this is the essence of life, and this is the essence of the spirituality, and this is the essence of that all the teachings and all the philosophies in the world to attain the enlightenment, to grow up to full extent. So friends, understand the life and also understand your real being and also yourself, and come out of all the clutches and bondages and grow up to full extent and attain enlightenment in this life only. Don't waste your time on the name of sadhana. I mean, sadhana means unnecessary things. Focus on important things and practice meditation and be in meditativeness whole day, be in awareness and consciousness and alertness the whole day. One day you will attain that state. So, understand this reality and truth, go according to that. Thank you very much.